What's up everybody, Josh here. So today is the last of the 3 videos about body types, and today is endomorphs. These are the big people who look at a cookie, think about a french fry, and they gain weight. Their body does not like insulin. So first of all, same concept as the last two. I'm going to break it down a little bit, kind of talk about the science of their body types, diet, and training. So first of all, when it comes to endomorphs, insulin is crucial. I don't know if you guys have heard the terms about talking about insulin sensitivity and the glycemic index and all that sort of stuff, but without getting too fancy, basically when you eat carbs, your body goes through a process, releases insulin through your pancreas, and that allows your body, what insulin does is it helps transport nutrients throughout your body, and so when that happens, your body basically stops production on burning fat. And so for endomorphs, their body is extremely insulin sensitive. So any carb they eat, their body reacts to it. Unlike ectomorphs or mesomorphs like we last do, their body really isn't as sensitive to insulin, so they can eat a lot more carbohydrates before their body releases that insulin. So if none of that made sense, basically when you eat carbs, your body stops burning fat. Not necessarily to say carbs are bad, but you just got to learn how to regulate them. So that goes into the next part where we're going to talk about nutrition for endomorphs. Now, the funny thing is a bulking diet for endomorphs will look like a cutting diet for ectomorphs. So the bulking diet for the big guy is going to look like the cutting diet for the skinny guy. Basically, it's going to be limiting carbs, a little bit higher in fat, a little bit higher in protein. Roughly, a typical bulking diet for a person will be about 3,000 calories. General can be your body weight times 15, and that will give you a very general window. There's science, there's everywhere on websites you can kind of figure out as far as your calories go and incorporate that into your own body weight. But these people, as far as dieting goes, need to avoid sugars at all costs, because the moment you eat a sugar, your body doesn't even need to convert it to sugar for the insulin to take the insulin process to happen. That sugar just instantly starts it. So the moment you eat sugar, your body stops burning fat. Now that's not to say that fruit in food or sugar in food is bad. It just means any candy, sodas, that has to go out the window if you're wanting to lose weight. So sugar's no bueno. All your carbs need to be complex carbs, or at least a huge chunk of them, because if you're eating fast digesting carbs, again, it's easy for that insulin to spike, that fat burning to stop, and that's not what you want. So all forms of carbs should be complex carbs, like potatoes. You want to avoid regular potatoes. You want to stick with sweet potatoes and yams. You want to avoid white rice. You want to eat brown rice. You want to avoid white bread. You want to eat whole wheat bread, whole wheat tortillas. Anything along those guidelines. Legumes, like all beans are good. Quinoa is phenomenal. And then as far as protein goes, I mean, it's the same general concept. Good sources of protein, you know, if you like steak, if you like beef, you know, good lean cuts of beef, good chicken, fish, all that sort of stuff, turkey. And as far as fats, you want to make sure that you have very healthy fats, because your body, again, likes storing it. So you want to make sure that all your fats that you're getting inside your body are being put to good use. They're filled with nutrients, filled with good stuff for your body that likes it. So as far as training goes, when it comes to the training aspect, endomorphs have to do cardio every day. Some form of cardio. Otherwise, their body's just not cranking through calories enough. And so if you're eating food and wanting to stay relatively lean, wanting to lose weight, you need to do cardio, you know, every day, if not, you know, 5 days a week. And it doesn't have to be high intensity training or steady state on a treadmill. Realistically, anything is fine as long as you're getting some cardio and training. Endomorphs have much larger joints, much larger bone structure, so their body can actually lift and support a lot heavier weight. And so because of that, it's easier for them to go heavy with benches, with squats, with all that sort of stuff. Their body responds very well to heavy weights just because that's what they're designed for. You can go with the lighter weights, higher reps if you want to. I mean, by all means, if that's where you want to go, go. But if you're wanting to gain size or be lean, you know, you're wanting to look at the higher reps as an avenue. Or on the flip side, you have the, I mean, thinking about it, it's realistically, there's no specific training regimen. I mean, it's good to do splits, it's good to do one body part a day, it's good to get your cardio in. Typically 10 reps, you know, if you're wanting hypertrophy, 8 to 10 reps is good. If you're wanting to tone up a little bit, anything more than 10 reps will help you out. I mean, that's basically the way to do it. You know, change it up. They work well with isolation and with compound exercises, so there's no real limit or focus of what you should be isolating as far as exercise types. You know, you can do anything from isolated bicep curls to deadlifts, walking lunges, you can do bench press. Everything will work well for an endomorph. So to recap, training style, basically anything works. You know, if you're looking for muscle growth, hypertrophy, 8 to 10 reps. If you're looking to lean out a little bit, anything over 10 reps is really fine. Then make sure to get cardio in at least 5 days a week. Anywhere from a half hour to 45 minutes is good. You're looking to burn anywhere from 300 to 500 calories, somewhere in that range. And then on top of that, your nutrition, avoid sugars. Always, always, always avoid sugars. Unless they're coming from good sources like fruit or they're within the food that you're eating. The only time that you could have some sugars is maybe in like a pre or a post-workout meal. That would really be the only time that you would want to have sugars to get that, basically get the sugars back into the muscles. And then always have forms of complex carbs. That's where you want to get all your sources of carbohydrates from. Limiting carbs is going to be whether you gain or lose weight, whether you stay lean or not. It's all about carbs. So everybody's body type is different as far as what works for them. So that's something, unfortunately, that you kind of have to figure out for yourself. But the easiest thing to do is, a general thing that I'll tell everybody is if they're wanting to lean out while exercising, stick with a 40 protein, 40 carbs, 20 fat ratio. Figure out your calories, whether it's 2,500 to 3,000, and plug those numbers in. So 40% protein, 40% of your calories are from carbs, and 20% is from fat. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, leave a comment, let me know. All right, thanks everyone.